What is up, everybody? Today I got another life story for y'all. And this story is about me getting caught with weed at school 2 different times. Okay, I'm going to be telling you 2 different stories in the same video, pretty much. But both of these incidents happened in the 9th grade, and literally the first time that this happened, I got caught trying to sell a joint in class. And pretty much what happened is I bought some weed from my dealer, and then I rolled up 2 joints, and I smoked one of them right before school, and then I brought the other one with me at school. And I needed a little bit of money. I don't remember what for, but I did need a little bit of money for something. So I decided that the other joint that I had, I was going to try to sell. And keep in mind, this is literally the second day of my 9th grade year. So pretty much, I think it was about 5th period where I was talking to one of my friends, asking him if he wanted to buy it, and then he was interested, so he wanted to see it and smell it, so that was fair. So I pulled it out of my pocket. It was in a little pill bottle, and I opened up the pill bottle and pulled it out and gave it to him so he could smell it, look at it, and see if he wanted to buy it. And pretty much, it was the weed that I had, I guess, was a little bit too strong, and kind of smelled the entire back of the classroom as soon as I opened up that pill bottle. And my teacher is in the very front of the classroom, and she's teaching her science lesson. I remember this is science class, but she's teaching her science class, and then she starts walking around to check everybody's work and make sure everybody's on task. And then when she starts getting back to the back of the classroom where I was, she started to smell a little bit of something. So she kind of like looked up, and then she was like, "What was that? What's that smell?" And I try to play it off like it was not me at all and I had nothing to do with it. So my friend ended up passing it right back to me real quick. And then I was like, shit, okay, now I'm in possession of it. So I tried to put it back in the pill bottle real quick and close it up and put it in my pocket real fast. But as I'm frantically pulling out the pill bottle and trying to open it, she hears that I open up the bottle. And then she immediately starts walking over to me. So I'm like frantically moving really, really fast, trying to put this in the pill bottle, close it up, and put it in my pocket. And she sees me do it. So she didn't say anything. She didn't say anything about it. She just kind of like played it off like she didn't see anything. And at the very, very end of the class, she picks up her phone and starts talking to someone. And I'm usually one of the last people to leave the classroom, so I see that she picks up her phone and she's talking to someone, and she's saying something about some kid having something and blah blah blah, this and that. So I'm starting to get worked up. I'm starting to get a little bit worried. And not long after that, it was the next period, probably 5-10 minutes into class, and then all of a sudden I hear a knock on the door. So yeah, I hear a knock on the door, and all of a sudden the school security guard opens the door, and then he looks into the classroom, and he looks directly at me, and then he calls me by my last name and gives me the little finger, like the come here finger, you know what I mean? And I'm like, oh shit, okay, I literally have a joint in my pocket. I get up and I start walking with him, and he's taking me straight to the office. He's not saying a word to me. He didn't say anything. He didn't tell me why I was being pulled in. I already knew why I was being pulled in, so I don't think he really had to tell me. So he was completely silent, and I was completely silent. We just kind of took the walk of shame straight to the office. And, I start talking to the principal. The principal starts asking me questions about if I had weed, or if I was trying to sell it, or what the heck was going on. I kept trying to deny it, deny. I don't have anything. I wasn't trying anything. And pretty much what ended up happening was the security guard had to pat me down and check me, and then check my locker and check everything to make sure I didn't have anything. And he starts out by patting out my jacket, because I'm wearing a jacket. He starts patting out my jacket, and he tells me to take it off, and he checks it. And then he tells me to take my shoes off, and I take my shoes off, and he knocks them on the floor, seeing if there's anything in them. And there's not anything in my shoes. So he starts patting down, my pockets and stuff, and he feels the pill bottle. So he's like, "What's this?" And I told him it's just a pill bottle. And then he was like, "Okay, well, why do you have a pill bottle?" I was like, I don't know. And then he pulls it out of my pocket and sees the joint. And immediately my stomach dropped. I was like, oh shit, I just got caught. So pretty much, nothing really bad happened. It was only really just one joint. And so they called my parents. They had me come pick me up, because I got suspended for bringing it to school. And keep in mind, this is literally only the second day of school. As soon as I get in the 9th grade, right off the bat, immediately I get in trouble. So I get suspended for, I think, 2 weeks, And then as soon as I came back, I was doing my usual routine. I would do my schoolwork, and then I would just go on with the day. And then after about a week of my return, I don't know why, but I don't remember why or how I got it, but I had a lot of weed. I had 11 grams, and I just, like, I don't know why I brought it to school. Like, literally right after I get caught, I come right back to school and I bring more with me. I don't know, I'm just a fucking idiot. I really don't know why I did that. Anyway, I put it in my locker, and again, it's some pretty smelly stuff. So, like, anybody who really passes by my locker, they're gonna get a little whiff of it. They're gonna, like, kind of smell it a little bit, but they're not gonna really know where it's coming from. And that's pretty much how the whole day went, till about the end of the day. And I guess someone said that one of the lockers smelled like weed, and in that entire section of lockers, they checked every single one. And I had no idea they were checking the lockers. So I was going through my day feeling fine. I wasn't scared of anything. I wasn't worried. I wasn't, like, I wasn't worked up or anything. And I was just chilling. And then finally, towards, I think, 6th or 7th period, again, the school security guard comes up, and then he knocks on the door again, and then opens it up, and he calls me by my last name again, and immediately my stomach drops again. And then, the whole thing happens again. I go to the office, and they're like, "Do you know why you're here?" And I'm just trying to play it off. No, I don't know. Is it something to do with my grades or whatever? And they're like, "No. Well, we did a locker search, and guess what we found in your locker?" And then immediately I was like, "Fuck." And so pretty much they said that they found it, and then they had to call the cops, and they got a whole bunch of people involved. And I didn't get charged with anything. I didn't, like, get in any real legal trouble, but the school pretty much required me to go to this rehabilitation center, like, program for teens with drug problems. And I never really considered myself to be the kind of person to have drug problems. I just smoked weed. It's not like I'm on heroin or something. I'm just smoking weed. I'm just chilling. But I ended up having to go to this rehab classes. I had to do that for about 6 months, which is absolutely ridiculous. The program's only supposed to be 3 months, but I had a really tough problem. Like, I had a really hard problem taking a drug test because it was monitored. It was monitored by another person. They had to be in the bathroom with you. They had to watch you, take a piss in a cup and make sure that you're not, tinkering with it or anything. And I've always had a really hard problem doing that. Like, I couldn't piss with anybody in front of me, especially if they're watching me. Especially if they're watching me piss in a cup. I just couldn't do it. Like, I would try to, and I would try and try, but my body just wouldn't let me. So the program that was only supposed to be 3 months ended up being 6 months for me because it took so long for me to be able to take a drug test to prove that I'm clean. And so that's all done and over with. I'm not in any programs now, but that's pretty much what happened in my 9th grade year, and I ended up getting expelled after all of it, and then ended up having to do homeschooling and stuff. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for this story. If you enjoyed, you can leave a like, or subscribe or anything. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
I'm an icon, man. My girl about a 10. I should fuck her in the Benz.